Almost all of this has washed in as just through the course of natural runoff through many of the summer storms we've had over the last 2 months. So what we're doing now is we're going to be establishing a stone weir or a dam wall, basically to prevent materials from infiltrating into the storm water system but allowing the water to pass through. The first step, of course, is to clear the unwanted vegetation, and then we lay this filter fabric, polyester fabric, underneath the stone to act as a soil and material separator. Then we lay the first row of stones to establish the dam wall. At that point, we pull the fabric across the stones. What this does effectively is it will establish a filtration barrier on the outer edge that also keeps the stones from clogging as time goes on with some of the different materials that may come through, whether it's soils or mulch or trash. Then the next step will be to establish the second row of stones directly behind the first. What that does is it helps to secure the fabric in place and adds strength to the entire stone weir, and then they'll put a third row on top of the first two, giving height, adding additional weight for reinforcement, and basically completing the stone weir wall. What we're doing here is basically continuing to knock down the unwanted vegetation, but leaving desirable plant material in place. We take out most of the items that are actually seed grown, such as some of these field weeds and the clovers most people are familiar with. Although it's very attractive, the root structure just isn't solid enough in the event of an extra long cold and wet spring. The root structure doesn't tend to hold the soil as well as perennial plant materials and woody plants. Therefore, we're going to be introducing other woody plants into these open spaces. Here's an example of a plant that we're leaving, very desirable. Winter hardy hibiscus, the Lord Baltimore variety, will actually get 6 to 8 feet tall, very large, very attractive red flowers, and just thrives in areas like this that tend to be flooded and wet. You can also see on this side some of the larger ornamental grasses that are being left in place. Again, thriving in this kind of environment. You can see how well they're doing right now. And in the back, some of the larger, woodier plants, from the native roses all the way to the large bayberries. Those are all staying in place as well. Once again, being able to thrive in wet and dry conditions depending on what happens. The plants we'll be introducing here will all be also the same type of plant material that can handle heavily wet conditions for extended periods of time, as well as drought in the event of the conditions as we had in 2007 of extended drought. The uncut area here is being left for a reason. We always like to leave a buffer around the edges. This area ranges anywhere from 4 to 6 feet thick and will run the perimeter of the fence. It helps to establish the soils in this area, keep them a little more natural, not just in appearance but also in retention capabilities, and also helps to keep the water flow in the central areas of the pond where it's wanted to be, where it can then seep down into the subsurface drainage structure and move toward the outflows as we were looking at before.
Regular maintenance is critical to ensure that any stormwater management facility functions properly. The District Department of the Environment provides educational and inspection services to those responsible for maintaining stormwater management facilities. Timely and proper maintenance helps protect the health and safety of district residents and our local environment. The primary maintenance requirement for permeable pavers is to clean the surface drainage voids. Fine debris accumulates in the drainage openings and reduces the pavement's flow capacity. It is natural for clogging to occur over time, but routine maintenance reduces this problem. Inspection of the site should occur monthly for the first few months after construction. Then, inspections can occur on an annual basis, preferably after rain events when clogging will be obvious. Conventional street sweepers equipped with vacuums, water, and brushes can be used to restore permeability. If necessary, additional aggregate fill material consisting of clean gravel can be added to replace lost material. Potholes and cracks can be filled with patching mixes, and clogging of porous concrete may be fixed by drilling approximately 1/2-inch holes every few feet. Damaged interlocking pavement blocks can be replaced. Actively sweeping the site's drainage area will help to prolong the life of the pavement. You can increase the longevity of your permeable pavement system by following a maintenance schedule of vacuum sweeping, high-pressure washing, and limiting the use of de-icing chemicals and sand, and implementing a stringent sediment control plan for the drainage area of your permeable pavement field. For further information regarding low-impact development practices or the RiverSmart Homes program, please contact the District Department of the Environment at 202-535-2240, Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. or visit us online at green.dc.gov.